This year's San Diego Comic-Con is just full of amazing surprises, big reveals from perhaps some of your most favorite franchises. So I thought, let's do a highlight of some of the biggest announcements coming from the San Diego Comic-Con of 2024. Starting off with Amazon's Prime, The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Season 2. They came out with almost a 4-minute long trailer. And I'll be honest, it is trying really, really hard to impress even the most die-hard fans of Lord of the Rings. Battle sequences, new characters, there are higher stakes, there is actual suspense, there is emotional weight to it. And I am kind of hoping it's gonna be great, but I do have a little bit of doubts because that first season was disappointing. It was underwhelming. And this second season feels like it needs to compensate a lot for that disastrous first season. So definitely check out that trailer. It's got it's setting up basically the crafting of the Lesser Rings, Sauron finally establishing his dominion. I think he's gonna form his iconic Barad-dûr Tower. Maybe we're gonna also see some other things. I don't want to spoil too much, but the trailer definitely shows that there's gonna be some exciting new developments. The mystery behind the Istari wizard. Could it be Gandalf? Could it be the Blue Wizards? Could it actually be the White Wizard? What's his name? Saruman. Who knows? There is enough mystery that gets you kind of excited to see what's next. But I am still going to be very critical when that second season comes out later in August 28th. So yeah, check it out. The Rings of Power Season 2 trailer is now out on YouTube. And then Amazon Prime even announced that Soldier Boy and Stormfront are going to be getting a prequel series called Vought Rising. And even though The Boys is going to be ending in the next season, fans will be able to visit the twisted superhero-filled world with a new Soldier Boy and Stormfront prequel series, and it's going to be called Vought Rising. The show is set in the 1950s and will tell the story of the humble beginning of the monstrous corporation Vought, and perhaps even the birth of some of the soups that we know from the series. Well, it seems that the Boys world is going to continue to expand. I think this is perhaps the beginning of a few spin-offs that are going to be coming in the near future. If you want to check it out, I think this is perhaps the only announcement we've done so far. We don't even have a trailer. But yeah, fans of the Boys, get excited. DC Studios has reimagined their logo, and they've actually revealed it. And I like it because it's kind of a nod to classic DC Comics. And at a time where a lot of brands out there and logos are constantly becoming too simplistic, or what's the word? Universal. It's nice to see a company actually revert back to some of their most classic designs. So yeah, it's a nice touch, and I think it's a way for James Gunn and his team to embrace perhaps a more grounded route to the roadmap that they're laying ahead for the DC superhero universe. Now, they have apparently a 10-year plan of some live-action movies, cartoons, and perhaps games that are all going to be interconnected in some way. We don't know too much about a lot of what are these projects. We know only the Superman Legacy movie, but that's about it for now. And then we have some Star Trek news, which honestly, I can't cover it because I'm not that much of a Star Trek expert. But apparently there's going to be some new shows coming out, and Star Trek fans, get excited. Then we have also from Warner Bros. And DC the official trailer for The Penguin, and you can get a chance to see it because it's going to be premiering very soon in September 19th. Now, this Penguin series, you must know, it's based within Matt Reeves' The Batman universe. It's its own self-contained universe. It's not from any other live action adaptation. So if you've loved that movie and you love the Penguin that was played by Colin Farrell, I believe that's his name, then you're definitely going to enjoy this more in-depth spin-off series focusing on this supervillain. And it's going to come out, like I said, in September 19th. There's also a live-action series for the Yakuza franchise. If you've loved those video games and you've played them to death, I think it's time to see a true cinematic adaptation of Yakuza. Yakuza is interesting because it's borderline serious and silly at the same time. So I don't know how they're gonna deliver on that into the silver screen, but I'm definitely excited to see more of it. So yeah, there's an official teaser trailer if you want to check it out. Oh, one more. This one I've been waiting a long time, almost 4 years in the waiting. This is Uzumaki. Adult Swim basically commissioned to have this adapted. Almost 4 years ago, they announced it. They showed some teaser trailers for it. But 4 years and so many delays. I almost wondered if this was going to get canceled, but they've actually shown an official trailer, and it's coming out this year. Thank God. Uzumaki will be coming out in September 28th. I cannot wait to watch this. I've read the book. I've read the comic or the manga. I really, really love it. I want to see how they're going to pull it off. I know it must have not been an easy task, and it's going for a very interesting stylistic approach, which you don't normally see in anime. So I'm super excited for this coming out on September 28th. Check it out. This is Uzumaki. The official trailer is out now. And that pretty much covers, at least for the most part, some of the biggest announcements from San Diego Comic-Con. Now, in the next segment, I'm going to be talking about Marvel. This is why I didn't bring it up here, because Marvel announcements needs its own dedicated segment. But those are basically some of the biggest announcements from San Diego Comic-Con. If I missed out on anything, and believe me, I have, or if you have some favorite moments from the event, do join the conversation. Let me know. Share your thoughts right here on the Evening Buzz. We're going to take a short break, and coming up next, we're going to be talking about all the biggest announcements from Marvel Studios from the San Diego Comic-Con of 2024 right here on the Evening Buzz. Stay tuned.
If you liked this episode of The Evening Buzz, drop a like and subscribe. Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.